Okay guys, it's time to go balls deep in Sanji this time. So, according to a SBS, which is a question and answer column of volume 68, Oda was asked if Sanji was based off a young Leonardo DiCaprio from his time in Romeo and Juliet, and if not, is Sanji's appearance based on someone in particular? In Oda's own words, he replied by saying, "People used to guess DiCaprio a lot in the past, but the truth is that Sanji has a much more unusual model. I might not go as far as to say model, but I hope to have a bit of this person's vibes come through. It's Steve Buscemi, and he has appeared in the movie Reservoir Dogs. It's cool, isn't it? Someone at Bandai was the only one to guess it correctly a while back. So although not exactly being a model, Steve Buscemi, Mr. Pink's character, was an inspiration to Sanji's looks and behaviour." In the Green Data book, Oda revealed that Sanji's original name was going to be Naruto, after the Japanese steamed fish paste cake Naruto Maki, and that Naruto's world pools in Naruto City located in Tokishima Prefecture. Sanji's spiral eyebrows was supposed to be associated with his name, as fish cake tends to have a spiral design and the spiral can be seen as a whirlpool. However, as Masashi Kishimoto's ninja manga Naruto was about to be serialized with Shonen Jump, Oda decided to change the name to prevent confusion. But this change was probably for the better, as the name Sanji did play a part to the plot of One Piece. For instances, the name Sanji can mean 3 o'clock or 3 o'clock snack, which is relevant as it is associated with food and cooking relating back to Sanji's role and interests. Sanji's name has the Japanese number 3, San, in it, which symbolizes Sanji's character significantly, as Sanji is the third son of the Vinsmoke family, which adds to the plot. By giving his brothers names determines on the order of their birth. For instance, his younger brother name is Yonji, who is the fourth son of the Vinsmoke family. Sanji is also often considered the third strongest member of the Straw Hat Pirates. He usually fights the third strongest member of the opposite group in a team fight during the story arcs when all of the members of the team are present. Otherwise, if Luffy and Zoro aren't there, he will fight anyone, like in Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, as Sanji fought Virgo and Doflamingo, opponents far stronger than the ones Zoro fought, for example. And the clouds roll by. Although being slightly inspired by Steve Buscemi, Oda illustrated Sanji with a certain uniqueness. In an SBS of volume 56, Oda stated that if Sanji lived in the real world, he would be French, which was pretty obvious with Sanji spouting all his French one-liners. Among Sanji's physical traits are his distinctive eyebrows and his one hidden eye. At one point, Sanji's left eye was considered one of the mysteries of One Piece, for example. Some fans even speculated that he didn't even have a left eye or that it was a different colour. As of chapter 598, the mystery was solved. After the 2-year time skip, Sanji's hairstyle changed where his hair covers his right eye instead of his left eye, and it was revealed. This also revealed Sanji's eyebrows are asymmetrical, with both pointing to a clockwise curl on the right hand side. The curl resembles the numeral 6, and as there are 2 eyebrows and 6 divided by 2 is 3, 3 in Japanese is San. San is a part of Sanji's name, and as mentioned in the last fact that number 3 plays an important part of Sanji's plot, Sanji could very well be the part of the third degree of the Illuminati, or this could be indicated that the Vinsmoke family is the Illuminati within the world government. Illuminati confirmed. Anyway, although from looking at Oda's early conception of Sanji, there isn't much changes to his final design. Oda did make slight changes to Sanji from his primary illustration of the post time skip. In some sketches it can be seen that Oda initially drew Sanji with longer curlier hair, but the actual implementation after the 2-year time skip has Sanji now covering his right eye, showing his left eye, and Sanji has grown his hair just slightly longer. He also grew a dark goatee and stubble on his upper lip. Sanji's neck has gotten a lot thicker as well, similar to Luffy and Zoro. He has grown taller and therefore remains nearly the exact same height as Zoro. And the clouds roll Sanji is a master of the blackleg style martial art, which was taught to him by the former pirate Zeph. The martial art itself seems to be taking some inspiration from a mixture of the styles such as the Brazilian martial art capoeira, the Korean martial art taekwondo, and possibly the Chinese art of Tai Chi. However, it is highly likely that Oda was mainly inspired from a French fighting style known as civet. This style was introduced by French sailors and holds many similarities to Sanji's blackleg style. They utilize the hands to support the body and give added power to kicks. This kicking style was developed in this way to allow fighters to use a hand to hold onto something for balance on a swaying ship, and to avoid legal penalties for using their fist, as French law at the time considered closed fists being a deadly weapon. Most of Sanji's attacks are said in French and are usually cooking food terms related in some way to a specific part of the opponent's body that Sanji is targeting. For example, collier is a move which Sanji kicks his opponent in the neck. In French, it's a term for neck meat. Other moves Sanji uses such as épaule, côtelette, salé, paturine, guiguette, and mountain shot are all French words describing the body part of a person, and I definitely butchered all of those words. Also, all those words are described to use meat, by the way. Other moves such as concasse, where Sanji uses it against Blueno, is a French term normally used in cooking to describe the process of smashing things such as peppercorns, grains or nuts into smaller pieces. His finisher move, Diable Jambe, is also a French word where Diable means devil in French, and it's also the name of a kitchen tool. It's probably also a reference to the sauce El Diable, a French spicy sauce. Jambe means leg, but the kanji reads Diable's wind rather than Diable's leg. Sanji never really uses weapons to fight and has a rule to never use any of his kitchen tools including knives to fight. However, there are also one time that Sanji had made an exception to this rule, although this was a very special case since his opponent's armor was actually made out of food, ramento, and they were fighting in a kitchen. His precision when using the knives is on par to a swordsman. And the clouds roll by. The anime and manga has minor differences when it comes to Sanji's flashback and backstory. During Sanji's youth, there is a scene of young Sanji beginning to smoke during his early days of the Baratie. This was not shown in the anime, probably due to some sort of censorship. Another case was the story in how Zeph lost his leg. This also seemed to be altered. While in the anime showed him cutting off his leg in order to escape an anchor's chain and get Sanji safely to shore, the original story in the manga implied that after Zeph had given Sanji all of their food rations, he had eaten his own leg in order to survive while they were stranded. And the clouds roll by. The transition from the Japanese dub to English dub had slight changes to Sanji's character. In the English dub, he was portrayed as a less aggressive and ill-mannered than he was in the Japanese dub. Even Sanji smoking cigarettes was replaced with him sucking on a lollipop in the 4Kids dubs. However, this was a form of censorship, as the dub was aimed for children. For the aired and edited Funimation version, the cigarette was completely edited out and any scenes that showed him lighting or playing around with his cigarettes were redrawn. This was because of some of the early Funimation episodes were in fact rated TV by 7, which was mostly due to the fact that they were supposedly episodes with less violence. Later episodes were rated TV PG, such as the Skypiea arc and onwards. Sanji is even seen smoking after the ratings was changed. Other changes happened to some of the phrases and translations Sanji uses. For example, in the Funimation subs of his nickname of Kuruashi is translated to black foot instead of black leg. This is because ashi can translate as either leg or foot. Also, in the uncut Funimation dub, Sanji often uses crap as an adjective, whilst in Japanese he would say kusur in a manner of speech to more accurately translate to the word shit. However, other dubs completely replace the word to something different. For example, he often calls Zeph Kusojiji, roughly translating to shitty geezer. In other fan translations, it is replaced with old fart or old man. And the clouds roll by. Sanji was one of the most mysterious characters in the Straw Hat Pirates. He has a habit of separating himself from the rest and helping the crew survive by doing his own thing. When Mr. 2 came on board the Going Merry, for example, Sanji was not present, making him the only member left of the Straw Hat Pirates whose identity was not known to Crocodile. Sanji got back to the Going Merry and found Mr. Free's hideout instead, fooling Crocodile to think that he was Mr. Free. When he and Usopp were going to save Nami from Enno, he took a detour first to destroy inside of Enno's ark. In Water 7, he left the group after finding Nico Robin and was not seen until the Puffing Tom's departure. When everyone else was fighting the 200 captains at Eni's lobby, he went to close the gates of justice, instead giving the impression that he didn't want to expose himself. And more recently in the manga, Sanji left and the Straw Hats to spare his crew from the Fire Tank Pirates while he was to confront his family. All this could have been planned by Oda to set Sanji's story about his family. Some speculation suggests that Oda planned the introduction of the Vinsmoke family from the moment he created Sanji's character. When Sanji was 9 years old, the cruise ship he was working on that ended up getting attacked by the Zeph and the Cook Pirates is actually believed to be the part of the Vinsmoke family, and the wine bottle on the nose of the ship is said to have a spiral-like design on it, which could be a symbol of the family. So, a few bonus things you might want to know about Sanji. Sanji can also be seen as a chain smoker and is rarely seen without a cigarette. His two favourite brands are King Ground and Death. This is only speculation, but apparently the reason for him smoking so much might be because he doesn't want to feel starvation again, as he has already experienced it. Also, Sanji's knife collection, for example in volume 7 page 18, it has writing on it named Hakoto no Ken, referring to this series from Oda's elementary days called Fist of the North Star. If you guys don't know that anime, you should check it out. Also, Sanji has the abilities to read any women's free sizes, and it was also Sanji, according to Oda, the creator of One Piece, that identified Robin's and Nami's measurements. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and you press the like button and check out other videos we have on One Piece or on any other anime. Please support us and follow us on Twitter and spread this video to anyone you think might like and enjoy it. We tried our best here. Sorry if I sounded a bit, tired, because I am. Recorded this is 2:30 AM and it's the only time I can record this when the house is quiet. But anyway guys, we got a lot of skip videos coming up. We got a lot of things planned and we're going to be recording. We're doing Hisoka and Kakashi next, and I hope to see you guys in those videos. For now we're just going to post quizzes, and yeah, thanks guys.